Hello, this is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your Sunset Trail number 32RL. Okay, we'll start on the door side here. You have slide toppers. Well, let me make sure yes, you have slide toppers on these slide outs, plus awnings. Okay, let me look around to see what we're dealing with here. Okay, all right. So, you have a outside work area here, as you can see, and this table kind of folds out right here. I know the camera work is kind of up close. That's just the way it is with this phone, so I'll have to back up each time and show you. So you have this area here. I'll close it back up here. Okay. And it looks like this is the back of the TV, and this will actually swivel around. Here, let me back up. So you can swivel this around from inside the trailer. There's a latch, so you can watch the TV outside also. The TV's on a swivel there. Okay. You also have, let me undo your latch here on both sides. All right. Try this again. And you have a sink and a cooktop, 2-burner cooktop. You'll light that with a lighter. Let me see here. This one, I'll see if we have to plug this one in or not. Right here you have if you can see it, there's a gas port with a quick connect to hook up an appliance. Hold on, please. Yes. So right here is where your hose goes, and you have a quick connect hose that'll run down to here, so you can plug in your range top, and it'll draw from your onboard LP tanks. Okay. All right. Of course, you have water and a dorm refrigerator that runs off 110 AC, so that's as soon as you plug your trailer in, that'll turn on. Up here is the range hood vent. You want to open the little baffle there, where there's a kind of a latch in each corner. So if you're going to use the hood, you'll just open those latches so the baffle can flap freely when you're venting. Otherwise, you're just going to keep it closed. Okay. You have power outside. That's just a service panel for your refrigerator. You don't really have to go in there. You got outside speakers, another awning, power stabilizers, as I said. Let me look in here and see what we got here. Hold on. Excuse my camera work here. I'm trying to work this with one hand. Okay. You got some light here. Okay. All right. So you got cranks here. You got a 3/4 inch crank, which is an override. You have this crank here with this end on it. I'll show you right there, the bottom one. And that can actually go on your stabilizers if they have a power failure, for example. And you still can crank them manually, which will get you out of trouble. Okay. As we come around, you've got a deep cycle marine battery. You have a kill switch for the battery. The reason you would want a kill switch is because even if you shut off all of your lights and everything, the carbon monoxide and LP gas detector will still draw power. So when you put it into storage, you can, instead of taking a battery cable off, you can just flip the switch and kill the power to save it in your battery. Otherwise, you're going to keep it on. You never really, the only time you're going to shut it off is when you put it into storage. Okay, so excuse my camera work here for a second. I gotta get this off of here. I hope we don't get seasick. I'm all over the place. Okay, you got two 30-pound tanks and a regulator. Okay, you got a power tongue jack, up and down, and a hitch light. Okay, if I open this side here, and I'm very close with the camera, I'm sorry about that. Okay, what do we got here? Your light switches. Okay. All right. So this is the where you get your water from. So the most common way will be your city water hookup. So you're just going to put your water hose on here, turn it on, and it pressurizes the whole trailer. You're all set. Now if you go to an older state park that has a fill station when you first go in the gate, but it doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill this tank and use the water pump that's inside the trailer, turn it on, and pressurize the trailer that way. So you can still camp comfortably when there's no city water available. Okay? This is a wardrobe slide in the bedroom with a slide topper on it. This is a outside shower. Okay? This is your water heater. The switches are inside. It's drained right now. You can see it's empty, and there's the plug for it. But it is drained right now. You always want to make sure there's water in it before you turn it on. Let's camera work again. Okay, so here we are at the dump station. So let me look at this. Okay, so you have 2 gray tanks and a black tank. These 2 are gray, so this is for sink and shower water, and this one here is black. It's for toilet water and waste. So when you dump it, you'll put your hose on here and put the other side into the dump station. You'll dump the black first, and then you'll pull the gray. And when you do the gray, it's cleaner water than the black, so it just cleans out the toilet tank water and waste a little bit better because it's cleaner than the black water. Also, you have a flush up here for the black tank. You can put a hose on there and turn it on, and it'll actually spray the inside of the black tank and clean it out a bit more. So you can do that last. All right. Okay. Let me walk on. That's the furnace vent right there. Again, you have slide toppers on the slide out. 30 amp cord. You can reduce this down. We give you a reducer. You can plug it in at home, but you cannot run the air conditioner off your 15 amp service at home. You can run everything in the trailer except the air conditioner. If you run the air conditioner, it'll pop a circuit breaker for sure. Okay? You have to inspect the roof of your trailer. So if you figure the spring, the middle of the summer, and the fall, you're going to go up there and look at the seals on the roof. And if you see any cracks or separation developing, you're going to bring it in and get it taken care of, or you're going to do it yourself, or whatever you have to do. But you definitely have to keep up and inspect it just in case there's an issue with the seals. All trailers will eventually have to be resealed, so that's why you inspect it, to make sure that you don't get water inside. Okay. All right, let's go inside the trailer. Here's your control panel here. You have a lot of switches for this one. You've got 2 slide outs here. They've got them labeled here, even the previous owner. So this is the bedroom wardrobe slide. So if I push it out, you can see the wardrobe goes out. Okay, this will be the kitchen or the door side slide out. So you can't see it all that well, except on the outside you'll be able to see it. There it goes. Okay, and then you have the off-door side slide out, which is right here. Got the seal squeaking a bit. Okay, and these are for your awning, for example. This is the door awning. I won't put it all the way out, but I'll just give you an idea. It's power. You see it rolling right there. We roll it back in. This one here is, you have a fireplace. You can't run the water heater and the fireplace at the same time if you're using electricity, so this is how you select the two. One or the other, I should say. Okay. Your water pump, I told you it had an onboard water pump for your fresh water tank. You turn that on here. To turn on your water heater, this is how you light it on gas. This is how you light it on electric. Just make sure that there's water in the tank before you light it. Okay, and that's for your kitchen awning there. Same thing, in and out. Your bedroom. Okay. This is your thermostat. This is your mode switch. And this is how you choose, that's the fan. Let me do this right here. The cooling, that's the air conditioner, or furnace, or off. So you just select it that way. This is your LP gas detector here. It should always be green like it is. Your table folds down, and you can turn this into a bed by using the back cushions to fill in the gaps. You've got two swivel rockers. You can take these cushions off here. Let's see, here's the other one, and we'll get the third one. It's a very nice trailer, a lot of detail. Okay, then when we got this here, we're going to pull this up here. I know my camera work is not the best. I'm going to have to set the camera down for 1 second. Okay. So, yeah, I folded it out like that. Put the legs down. And then the back piece will fold into place here. It's actually a pretty big bed for a height of bed, and it folds flat that way. It's all foam, so you got a decent foam bed. Okay, I'm going to set the camera down again so I can fold it back up. Give me a second here. Okay. Wish I could show you more, but I'm up so close and I can't. I need 2 hands to operate this, so. And there it is back. Whoops, that was me. There it is back like it was. Okay, that's your fireplace I told you about. It's just on and off, and you got different fan speeds for it. You got your TV that swivels around. You got a radio with a disc player, inside and outside speakers. Okay. Your range top, you just spark it to light it. Turn it on and spark it. The oven, way back there is a pilot light under here. So you're going to need a grill lighter, and basically you'll put this to pilot, depress it, light the pilot light back there, hold it for 15 seconds or so, go to your operating temperature, and it'll work like a regular oven. But then when you go back to off, the pilot light will go out, and so the oven obviously goes off, and so does the pilot light. So you have to relight it each time you use it. Okay. This is your vent hood. I showed you the vent on the outside. Light. Microwave works like any other microwave. Faucets work like any other faucets. Let me walk over here for 1 second. I just wanted to show you this. These are the bypass valves for your water heater. You're going to have to educate yourself a bit on winterizing if you do it yourself. If you don't know, I don't know how experienced you are. But right now, if you look at it, let me get a position to see this. Hold on here. This is where the blue one down here is where the cold water goes into the water heater. Comes out the top, which is red. That's the hot water coming out. Now you can't get antifreeze into the water heater, because if you get it in there, it leaves a really foul taste and a foul smell. So because of that, they give you bypass valves. So right now, whichever, these are an oval, oblong type of handle on these valves. When it's running parallel with a line, it means that line's open. So right now, water would come in, fill up the water tank, and then come out. Before you pump any antifreeze into there, you would reverse them. So you would shut this one off, and then you would open this one here. You see this line goes between the cold and the hot water. This is called a bypass line. So now if you were pumping antifreeze into the system, it can't get into the water heater because this is closed, so it loops through this line and bypasses the water heater. So that would be bypass mode. Right now I'm going to put it back into regular camping mode. I'm closing the bypass line so it can't go through the bypass line, if you can see that. And I opened up the input to the water tank. So I just want to give you a general idea if you don't know that how that works. So this is our bypass valves for the hot water heater tank, and like I stated, you can't get antifreeze in there because it'll leave a really foul taste and a bad smell that you can't really get rid of. So okay, all right, the refrigerator, last but not least, is a Norcold. It works on gas or electric. It's off right now. Auto means electric. The reason they call it auto is because if you're using campground power and you have a power outage, it'll automatically switch over to gas. So therefore your food won't get spoiled. If you want to just run it dedicated on gas, you'll just put it over to that position, or off is this position. Of course, you're going to have the temperature up all the way. So that's the Norcold gas absorption refrigerator. It works on 110 AC or LP gas. Okay, that's your walkthrough. If you have any other questions, you can call us and we can talk you through it. And I'd like to say thank you for buying your trailer from National RV Detroit, and goodbye.